Yes, we welcome you to another fantastic episode of Money Matter, where we're going to discuss everything we get to do with money, we get to do with planning your budget, we get to do with setting goals and achieving them. Yeah, so we talk say the year don't the end, and as the end, we need to check and balance our activities for the year. Basically, now what we done they do since last week be that. So to do justice to this matter, that is setting of goals and achieving them. Now, Mama Monica, there's a barrister, Mrs. Modupe Vincent. How you doing, ma?
I'm fine, thank you.
You look good.
Good morning, thank you.
Good morning. Slimy, good morning once
Good
again.
morning, Chief.
Mimi, how are you today?
Very well. Good morning.
Okay, good morning. Good morning, everybody. And Chief, we are continuing with taking stock
Yeah.
of our finances for the end of the year.
Okay.
Yes. And last week we started by saying that looked at the reason why we didn't look at this particular topic.
Okay.
That is because we want to review how far the journey has been
Okay.
from January to December. So that is what we are doing. And we listed some things because we say now a comparative thing. You need to compare where you are from where you started, which is January. And then we looked at some aspects where you go do the analysis.
Like income, spending.
Yes, like income. If you are an employer, we said, okay, your income, has it increased from January till date, or has it reduced? Or for some people, they don't even get income.
Sure.
So those are the things we are looking at. And then we asked again, did you increase your
Spending.
not spending or your income?
Okay.
Is it that same one source that you have? Or now you have two, or now you have
Three
three.
streams of income.
So that's not the thing we look at for income. And then secondly, we look at spending as well. We say your spending between January and now, how is it? Did you spend in line with your priorities?
Lavishly.
Yes, or you just spent as money they come. That's not the question we ask. So at the end, from that January till now, we say, okay, so many amounts don't pass through your hands. What do you have to show for all your spending, for all the salary where you receive from January till now? What till you get to show? If you want to look at your balance sheet, your book, is it that you have liability or that you have assets? Some people you go like that question where you ask, say, what about the person where everything, all he do was say that he just maintains status quo.
Right.
That, all he was able to do was just to pay bills. So that kind of person,
True who.
too old.
Or
That person, waiting you go say you achieve.
For we give the person a pass mark.
Or were you able to save or something, which will now take us to our next point, which we go start with
Okay, I think we
this
also
morning.
discussed about resolutions and goals last week.
Yes, when the question, okay, you brought up the question, and then this morning we want to start with your savings. So that's now another area where you go analyze yourself,
Savings.
where you go check yourself, where you go say, okay, in taking stock for my savings, how did I fare? Was I able to save? Was I able to, or I was not able to save? Because what is savings really? Savings is just you putting money aside, for the future or for emergency, or so that you can have that money for opportunities or investments. That is what savings is just about. So were you able to do anything? Were you able to save? Were you able to put anything? Or you were just there? If you check your account now, is it the same amount that you had? Or some people, they don't even have anything in their account.
They may not have, because I like to look at it from the angle of a father and
Yes.
a sustainer of the house. Now, they may not have. I'm not trying to say that they are not having is justified, but I'm just looking at the reality of things, which I know most men, when they watch yourself, then go agree with. See, Mama Monica, it's in this part of the world, I don't think say it's possible for, say, a married man with children, not even one now, make you come talk say you get one tangible savings. Why I say one tangible, we say, is either he's doing a project, maybe they invest on top of wife, they build a house, or they process one or two things, or he gets savings. or he get savings, he no dey do any project.
That's not the reason
So,
why
but
this-
for us to achieve saving, I don't think it is very, very realistic for a family man in this part of the world.
you know that's
Or
not the
a
reason.
family man that is struggling, because if I'm to, speak on what Chief said, I think for a man that is probably well-to-do, do you understand? You can still have the chance to save. Do you understand? Okay, let's use Aliko Dangote as an example. Now he has projects, he has properties.
That's a very
and all of
hot
that.
example.
No, you know why?
Very
That's what I'm saying.
wicked
No, that's what I'm
example.
saying for someone that is well-to-do.
Don't use that his own.
So why would I use-
You know, before we continue.
Oh, for a common man.
How would they use that?
No, Chief. No, no, Chief. Come on, it's just a name. It's a name. It's a name and a
It's a name
person.
that carries weight.
You know
it's
what?
a person.
Before
So it's
you
still
move on,
possible
before
for
you
me.
move on, you know, I think it
Well, power
was
ni.
this kind of waiting. These are the things when we talk about last week when we talk about income. When Slimy asked about goals, so everything still boils down to goals. And like I said, see, your reality is not my reality.
Sure.
So what this serves is just for you to see, for you to take stock, for you to say, okay, what are my goals? That's why I said from January till now. Savings, you know, there are certain savings that you should have. Emergency. If something happens,
Ma, do you think there's anybody on this planet that wouldn't want to save if they have the opportunity to?
see,
Good question.
you know, like if you can call it good questions. See, the thing be say, for most people, we all first of all think about the impossibility before we think about possibility. You know, it is a normal thing. Say, it's difficult, it's difficult, it's difficult. Another person will say, okay, it is difficult. Let me see, is it possible? How can I do it? Meaning, I'm thinking out of the box. And that is why I was talking, when we talk about income, we said, okay, will I add another stream? Will I do this? It is all about, okay, what can I do with what I have? And this thing, this show is not to blame anybody. It's for us to start thinking, okay, what can I do differently? What should I do? Like I was talking to my daughter. My daughter, I'm sure she's listening and she's like, why is mommy using me? My daughter, she likes to spend.
Spend that.
She likes to
Omo
spend.
babolo.
So,
Oh,
she's like,
dear.
mommy, this one. I said, I called her, I said, look, spend for this one, spend. I said, then I told her, I said, look, we have to sit down. You have to think of your priorities. And she said, you are right,
You want to
it's true.
engage them as small
Yes,
as she is.
as small as she is. I said, you have to think and say, okay, what are the things that you need? And then out of that need, what are your priorities? Which one would you like to have first? Because for a lot of people, what it is that, okay, I know that there are some people who cannot, it's difficult, very difficult for them with what they have. But some people, it's not difficult for them.
I think even with what they have,
Yes.
as difficult as it is, I've seen some people that because they know it's very hard for them to save and they are living from hand to mouth, they still go the extra mile of doing Iyalajo, 100 naira.
Exactly.
That
That
it's so
person
difficult
is
to go to
thinking.
the bank, but they do
Is
Alajo,
thinking that what can I,
200
and that
naira
is
per
the
day.
essence of this show. You might not be where you want to be, but somebody said last week that is a process.
It's a process.
So it's a process. You have to sit down, okay, where do I want to be? Because if you keep singing the same song, 5 years you sing the same song.
And somebody who
1960.
stopped singing that song has
So
moved from.
exactly, 1960. If you ask those people, then they'll say, things is not easy, things is not easy. Some people build house.
Benny.
Some people send children to school abroad. So you have to sit down by yourself and say, okay, what do I want to achieve? By the time you start thinking of creative. When I told my daughter, I said, mommy, it's true. And that is the reality of so many people. People spend as money comes. But if you think about it, during the course of, I said beginning of this month, say, I know if you spend again. But some people came with requests and I said, it's not possible.
Because, so you've exceeded.
I've
your
exceeded.
limit.
But if I didn't have that plan or I didn't understand, I would have
and you,
maybe
at your own detriment,
investment
I guess.
that would mature or something. I need to do this. But because I already had the structure, so I knew that I cannot. Otherwise, I would say the same story. And so that is what I'm trying to say. For some people now, they will get 13th month bonus. This is December. People who are working in banks. Ask them next year, January, what happened to that bonus?
Okay, that bonus means they go just dash. They no be see their
Like
January
extra.
salary.
They'll
Salary.
give is the you call it 13th month salary. So they give you
So they're
extra.
like paying them double.
Yes.
December and-
so they'll
and,
give you is what you just call it 13th month.
Okay.
So
No be
it's
say
a
they no go
bonus.
pay them for January.
They will pay them their salary. It is called 13th. That means additional
So
money.
they will just spend that one as
Do
it
you,
comes.
yes,
13th
but
month
I remember when I
bonus.
was in the bank then, once I get that money, I know waiting is every year. I know what this money they for.
Excuse me.
Do you understand? So it is your basic salary. And I know some oil companies, some people, they do it.
Ben,
So it depends on you. Some people, by the time it came, it was flanger money. Some people, so that is what I want us to, open our eyes to. That look, when you get money, by the time you have a plan, because a lot of people don't have plan, and when there is no plan, it is said that people
When
cast
people
off
perish.
restraint. The people perish.
The lack of knowledge.
But once you have, it's like not you are like, okay, this is what I want to do this thing for. This is what I want to use this thing for. But if you don't
Èèyàn ti
have,
kọ́lẹ̀.
it is gone. I remember I went to do something for an organization one time, and the money I was given as honorarium. I could have said, this
After
is.
This honorarium.
You didn't know it
I'd
was
been
coming.
planning to do something. I'd been planning and planning. So when something came, I told myself, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. That one too was there. But my manager just reminded me, you said this particular. So I used that money for
To
that
do
project.
that.
Good.
So that is what I'm trying to tell people. So the
And
opportunity.
me, or let's even go live for ourselves. At times, nature they bestow some bonus money.
Yes,
to us.
exactly.
No be bad risk. At times, me person who dash you money, I be make
You
you
know,
see some favor.
exactly.
Nature they
So
bestow
what do
some.
you do with those kind of money?
You lounge.
But because there is no plan, you're not
Because you
thinking.
feel eléyìí special kan wà ní.
Okay. A
You
lot of
lounge.
people. I used to do that thing before. When long time. When they come, I say, okay.
Highest I do out of it is just to buy fuel. The rest we lounge.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, àwọn ń jayé ni. Wọ́n ń jayé ni.
So you can
Wọ́n ń
imagine
bí ẹja.
somebody dash you
Before.
20,000. Somebody
Before.
dash you.
The lounge. We believe that it's only that our basic salary
That is
that
it.
should be accounted
That
for.
is it.
That's the one you will see that you cannot dash people anyhow. You can't spend
Yes.
anyhow
Because even
you-
before
Yes.
it comes, there
This
are
my sweat
plans
too.
on it already.
And
I
you
think we
believe it's
plan
not
so
coming
much.
again.
Yes, we plan so much on that one.
Than
No,
the-
seriously, what you said, Ma, is a fact. We actually plan so much on the salary than the side ones that come.
comes
We
in.
just feel this salary more. This one goes with this. But once an extra money comes in, the first thing that comes to, let me use myself as an example now, is okay, I need to get, there was this show I saw online, and because I'm an event person, I think I need to
Okay.
go. Do you understand?
Okay.
At times. At times. I'm not like saying like every now and then.
Yes,
eh,
but at
Oh,
times,
Nigeria.
but at times,
At
you need to enjoy yourself.
Then
If you have worked hard, you have done something, you tell yourself, okay, let me do this. Do you understand?
Like
Okay,
go for a
let me
vacation.
buy this pair of shoes. I have worked, I've done this. You can say,
To
so we're not saying that
compensate
to
yourself.
compensate yourself, to see the reward, because that's another thing. You must reward yourself. Okay, you have done this, you have done that. Okay, let me reward myself. But the problem is when you keep rewarding yourself
every month.
every month, every time, and you have nothing to show for
Change your
it.
wardrobe.
That is where the problem lies.
reward yourself on what? Nothing dey grand.
For instance, now in about 9 days' time, Sleepy was saying that Christmas
It will come.
it will come. A lot of people will say, this Christmas, we go do this, we go do that. Money no dey oh. They go go.
Collect loan.
Canopy.
Exactly. I know now it's easy to get a loan, even on your phone. You dey see them every time, flashing
and
na
buy-
10,000,
come and
na
collect
15,000 on your phone.
Wara.
You don't even need collateral. You don't need anything. Christmas symbol. I need this one. I need that one. I told my daughter,
Collect loan
write
for
your
Christmas.
something, all the lists, all your needs. Write them down. We are going to tick them one by one.
Anyone wey no important, we strike
And
them
yes,
out.
but a lot of people will not do that. They will tell you, Christmas, I must wear this. I must do this. I
New
must do
clothes.
that.
Impressing somebody who is not impressed.
So you're.
You want to impress those of us who are not impressed. Let's go on this break, Ojere. Once we come back, Mama Monica will continue to enlighten us on how to achieve our goals. Savings. Now we stop before we come out now. Now savings will stop. I'm sure now where we'll go start from or pick up from when we'll come back with that. Let's go on this break. We'll be right back. Now we are talking about moving to the next level, like from socialism to communism.
When it comes to money matter, be the boss.
morning. I come to realize the fact that
when you have a business, make sure your business gets strong.
As we know say money matter na important issue, shey you be banking industry or cooperative society, abi you get anything wey you wan make people know about your business, come market yourself on top our money matter program wey dey teach our country people how to manage their finances.
Welcome back. Savings now there we stop and now there we dey pick up from. How you dey take manage your savings? You get savings? Abi waiting they collect your money go? Which excuse you get sef wey no make you get savings? Now Mama Monica dey talk about so.
Yes, and I won't say this. I know that we're all on different levels. We're all on different places. We're not all on the same level.
Ben,
so this thing is for you.
Financially, you mean?
Yes, financially. So it's for you to see, okay, where do I need to make my changes? So where I'm supposed to make my changes may not be the same place where you have to make your own changes. So you sit down. Don't just discard anything. You understand? So look at the place where, okay, what can I do? How can I improve? What can I, for somebody who says that, look, I have 4 children and I have, I'm earning just 60,000. You have to think. You have to even think more than the person who is making more. Because it will be difficult, like you to say, to have a good standard of living. You can just be existing, but you might not have. So you need to start thinking, what is my wife doing? Do you understand? The children that we have, because some people, they have grown-up children, and they are still saying, my children is in school. You are still taking care of. I'm not saying don't take care of your children, but if the child is in like second university, why can't the person do jobs during holiday? Why can't the person learn?
There are times that some parents will actually not want their children to do all of that because they feel say it will affect their
when
studies.
They're on holiday.
Okay, or maybe when they're on holiday.
When they're on holiday, I'll use.
Some of us took to teaching that time. And we make good money.
And you know
from
why?
teaching.
Parents make a lot of mistakes. My son is in the university, right? In his university is one of the, I don't want to call the name of the university, but it's one of the most prestigious universities, right? But they have something that they call work study. And during that work study, if a student is interested to work, they help you to structure it. Okay, maybe you can work 5 hours a week or something, and they pay you per week, per hour. They teach entrepreneurship. It is mandatory at a particular year that you must learn. You must do business plan. You must do all those things.
And we're looking for Nigeria.
It's in Nigeria. It's not because we cannot afford to give our son money as pocket, but he has learned it right from year 1.
To be independent.
To be independent, to work. In fact, the first work he did, he was a gardener in school premises.
You can imagine.
So
That's
he
knew
knows that he has to wake up. He understands.
Really?
He knows that I must think out of the box.
Importance of money.
Exactly. He
Because
must
now
think
you're
out of the
working for
box. Do you understand?
And like Slimmy talk, he go know the value of money because he go know say for me to
Wake
work
up
as
this
a
early,
wake up
and
and
all
work
of-
as a
I
gardener.
think,
Yes.
Chief,
If you give him 5 naira, I go value.
Yes, I think for what we stress ourselves for, we really value. Because I remember growing up, you must buy me phone. I was so careless. Like I get it missing under space of 1 month and all of that. And she said something. She said, "Don't worry." She said, "When you start working for your money, you will know how to value every kobo that comes into your account." And trust me, really, everything changed. Like I give account to myself. Like, okay, fine, okay, see me, you made this amount. What did you do with it? In as much as I love to, do you understand? I'm always wanting to give account. Unlike how it was when I was getting money from my parents. Because then I didn't know how it was for them. My own is at the end of the month, just give me money. I need money for school. I need money. And before you say Jack, they send. And she said it that time, say you'll be lost, every small thing you've lost your phone. And you say it's like it's a thing of joy. But now, the phone I've been using it for like years.
Screen for?
So,
screen, no.
and you know,
Chief, that is
the hotel that you
truth,
called the
yeah.
other time, if you notice, their children, they are doing something.
Yes.
It's not that their
At least
parents
the 3 of
cannot
them that I
afford
know.
to be
Yes.
enjoying.
3 girls.
Don't
But-
spend, don't.
They-
See DJ Kufis.
Exactly.
DJ Kufis. Eba money is a DJ.
Do you understand? Even the ones that then they had banks, you will see the children coming and starting from the ground. But for a lot of middle class,
Do you know that they call DJ Kufi name?
Her name is not Kufis.
DJ King.
we understand.
They
wetin
called
dey
her
talk.
to come and play inside Musin for
And
5
you
days.
can imagine.
A whole billionaire's daughter.
And she
Who
was
do?
there.
Ó dẹ̀ lọ Musin.
Exactly.
Táwọn agbèrò tí ẹ mọ̀, agbèrò náà sì náà bí DJ Kufi. Because obìnrin tó bẹ́ẹ̀ sí DJ.
Movie no come motion, not copy. It doesn't copy. But that's the truth anyways. Because the three girls, one is into fashion.
Exactly.
Copy does DJ. And then the other girls sing.
Exactly. So if you look at
the beggar 20,000 what we do what's it back? No money, there's money.
If you just look around, you will see that, and that is why our mindset needs to change. My child cannot walk. Why can't your child walk?
Because you are rich.
Let your child understand. People that are rich, let them understand.
And then even they be labor, they are picking to work more, so that go feel sustain.
Let them
the
understand.
wealth. If not, you just be saying like the name of that. What did they talk for that old American film? Easy come,
Easy go.
easy go.
Yeah.
So my son can talk investments with you at his level.
Yeah.
And people like that I interact with, they can talk investment. They can. So you can imagine in their 20s, you can imagine
They have
what they
financial
are thinking.
intelligence.
What they are thinking. So when they start to work, they know that look, when I start to work, I need to start building my assets right from time, not liability. So what we're saying is that we're saying money matter is to make people think. It may be difficult, I always tell people, but it is not impossible. Think of ways, look at it. Somebody say, should I go and collect loan for my child? I said, how old is your child? So what does your child do when school is on holiday for strike for 3 months? He said, I said, no. Even you yourself, you contribute to your own problem.
Your child is
You are
sit down
earning
for,
40,000.
3 months.
Yes, you are earning and you are running about. Why? So that is why I say we need to think.
That 3 months, we don't see some ladies we don't work as a receptionist, we don't work as
yes,
storekeeper,
yes.
IT, we be say under that 3 months, at least some of them if you boast of 60,000,
yes.
50,000.
Or go and let them go and learn something during that period. Let them,
See your work.
Yes.
We go shop for life.
Exactly. So, we need to, for some people it may be extremely, but even out of that extreme circumstance, when we talk, we can look at, okay, what can be done?
I will use this example, Mama Monica. One lady come for our office here. The lady come do our generator. Young, beautiful lady. If it's young girl, you get everything where my go like. Front a day, back a day. Auto watch jeans can do say lori mi daru pe kilo de. So me I no know say na mechanic generator nisi. Na the girl just carry spanner and then kini joma bin two kini.
See your life and you cannot do it.
I say woman dey repair. No be I pass my neighbor.
Of
our
course,
generator
I know
no be
the beauty
our
of it.
generator no be.
People will actually prefer.
Of course.
Ní lágbàgà that mother be leon and she put her head you got to do like this. This is true. Ni do me na obìnrin. When you
People want to patronize her because she's a female.
I can't dey do me like I can't call her because me I like naturally she's beautiful.
Now I pass my neighbor you get. Why you?
I can't say her please. You know this job very well. I say don't dey learn am tey. Because she's a lady. I can't beg her. I say please can you help me come and be servicing my generator?
Because she be lady or because she understand her job.
Because she be lady.
That's what I'm saying.
It's an
Even
edge.
yes, it's an
Imagine
edge.
say lady in a mechanic. No, just imagine.
It's just the same way when it comes to
exactly, and then
yes.
it.
See me,
Yes, like when it comes to
please, come and help me be servicing.
Don't
The
be
girl
calling
comes here.
such-
No problem. Say where is our house? I come say my house is there for
Isolo.
Comes here.
Yeah,
How many Mikano are baking? I come say no.
I pass my neighbor.
I pass my neighbor. Kekere, come la.
That she know they do that one.
Say
You
no,
see,
no,
at
no.
her
She goes
age,
for
she
offices.
even,
He
you
say
see.
no. He say that one is not generator.
You see.
He said
that's
that one
not
is
kind
just
of
toy.
So another person now,
Legitimate.
if don't worry, na level, na step by step.
The girl over me. Only that one is not generator.
So she
Only
dey tell you
there's
say
nothing
make you
inside.
work harder and smarter and make
tell
you
you.
put
Because you
things
can't
in
even pay her
place.
money.
Then
That's the
because that
truth.
one at 500 with the
You even see price down. If the man says 1.5, you want to price down to 500. But
500
their own kind of they
nobody
even
go
give
tell
it.
me
Man, do you know
1.5?
they give estimates?
Yes,
Like they will
yes,
give you their
yes.
estimate before they even.
When the guy
come to
tell me
work.
how much they service this one, I said that one don't reach to pay my house rent for a year.
And truly, like what you said, there's an edge. Because for
Yeah,
me
it
now,
is.
I prefer men doing my hair. Do you understand?
Exactly.
Yes. Now we
Woman.
have men into makeups. You have men tying gele. Do you understand?
I was at a
There's-
function on Saturday, and the man just came to meet me, madam, make I do your gele again. I said, I
yes.
don't want, thank you. I like him like this.
See.
He was
You sure there was a burial I went to cover for the station. there were 2 men at the event tying gele for
Geles,
women.
yes.
They will be at the entrance. They'll tell you, do you want to tie your gele? Like, you know.
And 9 women they like pass.
Chief,
Yes,
you know
now.
how many women tied their gele? Maybe
than
they
10 minutes,
like
pa, pa, pa.
they even the fact that he is a man and he's into this kind of job. Like, let me see how, and he did the trending styles, like all of the side and all of those things.
Yes.
Like, do you understand? I was there staring.
Yes.
Amy has been doing my makeup for years, ma. It's so bad that I can't even draw a brow. Do you understand? And then you see guys that would do it conveniently,
Perfectly.
without stress.
With speed, Seth.
With
Yes.
speed.
Well, we have Sunday. Sunday, good morning.
Good morning, Chief Olu.
How you doing, Sonny?
Thank God.
Oh yeah, chook mouth for the matter. We dey talk about setting of goals,
Taking stock.
taking stocks.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning to. Thank God. Good morning to everybody there.
Good morning, sir. Mr. Sunday, please help us turn down your volume.
Good morning.
Your volume is loud, sir. Help us reduce the volume for your television.
Turn it down now. Is it okay now?
Yes, it's okay now.
Okay. Now, talking about this stock, it's down to the minimum now.
Okay.
Talking about stock of your finances for the end of the year. Let me first of all thank you for this good job you are doing.
Thank you, sir.
And I pray, I hope that people who are supposed to listen are listening. Now, the first thing I want to say is that when we talk about taking stock, within the year, how does one, what has one done for him or her to be able to take stock? For instance, if you see how people manage their finances, we discover that it totally lack what we call financial intelligence. And some of this happens especially when we talk about income that comes in. How do people manage their income? Is it one of the problems that has been facing people, especially the working class, is what we call spending on impulse.
Yes.
A woman gets out of the house, or a man, with a budget in his hand or her hand to follow. And on getting to the market, he or she sees things that are out of that budget, that which they think attract them. They like it. They have seen this shoe with a friend before, and they had wanted to get it. They have never gotten it. Now, the money that has been assigned for different things now diverted
Exactly.
to buy that. The same thing with people who are running small businesses. I always tell my students, you see some people, they are so financially disciplined to the extent that whatever happens, they won't touch their capital because they don't even know how much profit they have. Then you see some people sit in their shop. Somebody is selling granite, he pass, he call. Somebody, they have a visitor, they sell it for a bottle of Coke or a bottle of malt. And at the end of the day, you don't even take stock of how much of profit have you made. At the end of the year, when you now come and you want to take stock, you look at your input. How much have you invested? How much have you been able to make? You discover that you have spent more than what you have even invested. And at the end of the day, you begin to cry that probably the business is not good, or probably somebody in the village has been after your life or something like that. And again, lastly, we pamper these children too much.
Exactly.
There are parents who don't. If you say, okay, let your children go and learn and work as apprentices in a tailoring workshop, they will say, myself, my social status, that is not possible. And there's a Yoruba proverb that said that that is a child we never trained, we definitely sell whatever property that we have. Thank you very much. God bless.
Hello, sir. Are you there?
I'm there.
The quick one. I want you to help us. Many a time people they always talk say somebody wey dey financially disciplined. Some people they always liken am or compare am to a stingy person. Wọ́n ní ahun ni, kò fẹ́ náwó ni. What do you think about this, sir?
The problem is that when you are dealing with people who don't understand how finance should be managed, that is what they will always tell you. But you know, such people, even when they go into business, in small business, for instance, it is expected that you should have a different account for your business and a different one for your family upkeep.
Personnel.
When you see such people, and if they talk like that, you need to let them realize. I feel I feel.
Very sir. In short, yeah,
I
strike.
think the network is
Yes,
now bad.
yes.
Sorry, we
strike.
got in the gist. So
In fact, I'm so happy that they come from our
This is an
viewers.
elder.
Yes, and an elder. I'm so happy. So it is not that it is not practicable. People just say it's not practicable. It's not practicable.
because they've not tried it.
They have not tried it. When people just say, they just zoom their mind. No, wait till they talk. But these are things say I don't see, I don't experience, I don't see people.
I think the bulk of the job is on the parent, because like what Daddy said, everything has to do with the foundation.
Yes.
Do you understand? Like what he said now, that some persons will feel okay because of how they are placed in the society. And if you imagine, say, my pikin, they do this. But I think it's changing.
Yes,
because
it is.
the likes of, Chief, what's the name of that actor? Afolayan.
Afolayan.
In short, how old is the son? When they went on break, the regular holiday they used to have, he told the baby, go and learn.
That's even
I need
part
to
of
go-
his
Yeah.
new film,
Do you under-
Mokaliki.
Mokaliki.
Yes,
As young
that
as
is
a
it.
boy, so things are changing, but then we still need to keep preaching into the parents that
Apart
if you're
from
picking the
parents,
lean,
even the children
no,
themselves.
but I feel what I'm saying parents is because if they call the attention of the child from now to that. Do you understand? Like what you said now, the picking it will obviously lead to. You walk towards that line. But if you're not
Yes,
open to such, if you come out from a family whereby when you have holidays, all you guys do is vacation, they travel abroad and all of that, and the pikin they grow to, that's why most times it's always very difficult for some children to adjust when they lose their parents. Because they've been
Yes.
exposed
In
to
fact, I like
all
that.
of these
Yes.
things. Do you understand? So for them
Yes.
to adjust to the new lifestyle now, it becomes a problem. And then they'll come start the stressed
Stress.
family and friends to donate for their upkeep. So that's what I'm saying. For me, I would rather start with the parent. Let's open their mindset to if you're picking they learn hairdressing, me say you be talika. And for those that are learning, me say they don't go to school. Do you understand? So it is just you adding more to what you
Balance.
already have on ground. Of course, to have a balance.
If a whole billionaire's daughter can say it's DJ she wants to do, DJ Kuvi, then who are we?
What is
You understand? And you know what Kuvi on this? Maybe you get how much person won't give her for so? No, more seriously, they level.
And she's a very spirited person.
The
And
interesting
very
thing.
spirited. The last time I met her, nígbà tí mo pàdé ẹ̀,
Níbo?
at
Eyakari?
you go tell her face, tá a kú jọ pàdé. You will see the way they do the work passionately. Ní Èkó tell her face. Tí ó ń sọ báyìí, and I say, see, there's dignity in labour.
Yeah.
Mama
Yeah.
Monica. And I think I want to toe the line of Slimity, but this time I want to look at it from another aspect. Let's catch them young. Look at
Yes,
our educational
yes.
policies. Let's take Vero before we. Vero, how you dey?
I'm fine. Good morning.
Good morning, Veronica.
Morning.
Yes. Chief, how are you this morning?
I dey okay. Adúpẹ́. How you dey too?
I'm fine. Mama Monica, good morning.
How are you, Ma?
I'm fine, thank
Okay,
you.
thank you.
Yes. One thing I would like to say concerning that is some people, they would like to take stuff, but they don't like giving tithe. So if you ask them to pay their tithe tonight, it will become problem. So with that, there is no way they can use their strength to save money.
Yes.
And the Bible says in the book of Malachi that you cannot rob God and save money. That money you want to save, if you don't give God what belongs to God, you cannot save. So that is my contribution this morning.
Thank
you,
you
Pharaoh.
very much. Thank
Another
you.
angle.
Yes, thank you.
So, like I was saying before, Pharaoh will call us. You will see that most of our schools, it is not yet in our
Curriculum.
educational policy, our curriculum.
Yes.
All we just still do is maths and English. Maths
Yes.
and English. Aptitude and clinical, vocational.
And
clinical.
you teach people structure, just employment. That is what they do.
course.
Because if you allow a child, if you tell a child 1 + 1, if the answer is 2, but the step or the child is thinking differently from you, you mark the child wrong. You know, allow them, because in real life, it is not always 1 + 1 all the time.
Yeah.
You have to think out of the box, out of what, and that is why a lot of people who are working out, they get this problem, because they have been taught this. So for them to now think out
Becomes
to
a
think
challenge.
about financial intelligence, which our daddy talked about, is difficult for them. How to manage money, because those people think that the rich people, the wealthy, the billionaires, they think that all they do is just spend, but that is not true. That is why they work, so that the money because that is how they got there. I'm not talking about people who do 419 or anything. No, I'm talking about people who really got the money. That is why you see bankers who have their children have taken over as the children started when they were in university, and they didn't start as MD. They started as being in internal control, being in this.
And then they go to send to one bank to another.
Exactly. Thank you.
And when they do that one, the father go the understudy him.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Don't give him preferential treatment.
He understands money.
Don't give him
but
preferential
people just feel
treatment.
that they're only just spending. No, behind it, if you see them, that is not how they operate. So financial intelligence is very, very important. When you do financial independence, you understand essence of cash, how it is flowing. You understand that, okay, if I want to make my cup fill faster, if I have like 10 cups, it will fill faster than if I have just one.
Because even if you look at where I tell you, the so-called big men, now them gangan, if you see big men, they know the way we they do money.
They don't,
Yes.
You go see, it's a big man go
So
day
then
party.
they use the expensive
They have budget.
phones cheap.
Big man go day party like this.
Let me shock
But
you.
you go call. You know go stand
They have budget.
They say,
They have budget.
They no go
So
stand
the
up.
way they spend, they already
And they
know
call
this is
people
what
like
we are
you.
spending for.
But when they come in, if I see coming, say, man, you olododo ke. I go miss the about 14,000.
Meanwhile, Olododo never think of the future of the children. But these people have already thought about generation. They even have things in place.
That's why they do fra. Olododo, fra.
And then you say,
No, you now finish spending. You now come back and miss the
Person go come wake
Now
up the
say,
next morning.
please, oh.
you know that even leads us to another one. We're not going to take them today. Is
Okay.
debt. A lot of people are in debt. I want to say before we close today, say, I beg you, I know Christmas they come. And you know Christmas period, that thing they do us, make you catch, make you spend, make you buy everything, buy new clothes. Like daddy say, your husband don't give you for women, your husband don't give you money for the house, make you see one fine shoe. That thing where your husband say, buy for the family, buy for the children, you know go buy them again.
Now the fine shoe.
Let us curtail our spending at this time.
Chioma from Enugu. Hello, Chioma, good morning.
Hello, Slimity, good morning.
Good morning, yeah, good to have you.
Chief Olododo, good morning.
Yes, your mama my lover.
Assurance.
Tell my lover.
Hey.
My lover.
Hey.
The way money go be that.
Compliment.
Thank you.
How na day?
We are all right, we are fine.
I love the topic people are discussing, taking stock of finances for the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
So please, I just want to make a contribution.
Please do. Now Chinedu they cry, Abi.
So.
Sorry?
Now Chinedu they cry. Chinedu.
No, na only with the cry.
Only Ebuke, I think say na Chinedu na only
I
Ebuke.
say hello to Chief Olododo.
Only Ebuke, Kedu Kodi. How are you, Kedu Kodi?
So, like I was saying, God, all right. So, like I was saying, that when you don't labor for money, you spend it as if it's a free gift. So, when you labor to make money, you before you spend, you ensure that what you are spending on is equal to the value you are giving. That's just what I see in all these things.
I pointed.
But if you look at somebody who is working and sweating out to make money,
Go on, say you
the
want
way
to
the
go club and be
person spends,
buying.
he spends like a rational being.
Yeah.
And somebody who you just give money, doesn't know how that money is going to be. You just give the money to the person in bulk as a gift. The way the person will spend it will very deep. Just look at all these Yahoo guys and all this.
Okay. At least we
Okay,
got our
because
point.
of time, Chioma, thank you very much. But your point noted. Thank you very much. Mama Monica, I don't clear. Say we are picking up from debt
Basic.
next week.
And that one is even close to Christmas.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni
That's
o.
the week.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni o, táwọn èèyàn bẹ̀rẹ̀ mọ́ yáwó aṣọ, yáwó bàtà, yáwó
Abeg, no
adìẹ.
ya o.
No ya o. No ya yo. No
Akon.
ya.
Akon.
Thank you, Jerry. From every one of us here, we say
Thank
have a
you.
lovely week
Bye.
ahead.